click that, but hey, we are clicking. We are clicking. Man United and Wrexham. Here we go. Coming in. There's the banner. You can see the banner. Do you have your notifications on, people? Do you have your notifications on, people? Do you really? Do you really? Well, I tell you, I'm really excited for this one. Start of getting back to Wrexham, start of getting back to normality, and the end, slowly but surely, of the FIFA World Cup. I can't wait to get back to Wrexham, I tell you. Really, it's just something really that I've missed, and I hope you have too. I've totally missed it, really missed it, and that's just a simple out about it. Just one thing, I want to just do something here. 1 second, I'm going to do something. I want to bring something up. That's what I want to bring up. Good stuff. Get that in there. Thank you. That's my spacer. Nice. Now we're flowing. Now we're flowing. Now we're flowing. Back upstairs. In we go. You're going to notice a few changes on the set as well, guys. Manchester United and Wrexham today. Banners. If you haven't been here in the last couple of months, you'll notice that upstairs on the banners there's a bit of work gone on by. I've added a shirt in the background. The miners shirts, the 2 miners shirts in the background. The golden shirt and the black shirt. I've added the yellow shirt to it. And there's an image. This image here. If anybody can figure out what that image is, you'll be really amazing to me. If you can figure out what that is, that'll be quite amazing. But anyway, it's Manchester United and it's Wrexham. And a few little things about Man United and Wrexham. I'm going to go online here pretty soon. I'm going to go and give you some of the stats. We'll take you online and tell you about the Wrexham thing pretty soon. I've got it already lined up for you. Who's travelling and who's not travelling. Phil Parkinson has named his travelling squad for the trip as outlined. Harry Ashfield, Ryan Barnett, Nathan Broadhead, Lewis Brunt, Callum Burton, Bailey Cadamatri, Tommy Clayton, Connor Cody, George Dobson, Callum Doyle, David Evans, Dominic Hyam, Aaron James, Matty James, Davis Kyler Dunn, Ollie McTweed, Alex Moore, Kiefer Moore, not related, Lewis O'Brien, Dan O'Keefe, Arthur Okonkwo, Rio Owen, Ollie Rathbone, Joe Rees, Dan Scarr, Sam Smith, George Thomason, Zach Viner, and Danny Ward. Now, why would they name Danny Ward last? Seems a little odd, no? But they did. They did. Anyway, getting down to it. Bit of reading for you. Don't need that there, thank you. Lovely. Man United sit at the top. We're going to change cameras here, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to change cameras. Give me a second. I'm going to put me on the other camera. Hello. How you doing? Much closer. Much personal. Much nicer. Much easier. And we continue. I tell you. Man United sit at the top of one of the world's most historic, storied clubs. Yeah, okay. Enough of all that BS. Man United are in transition. They are not the club they used to be, not by a long shot. And ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left the building, they haven't really done too much. If you can't call Europa League really hitting top level, can you now? Really? Europa League? Top level? Don't think so. I really don't think so. Morning, Blaze. How you doing, fella? How you doing? Just give me a second. Hey, Stevie, as a City fan, I'll be rooting for Wrexham all the way today. Lovely. Beauty, mate. Beauty. I was just talking about your fabled enemy there. Man United, this is what it says. Wrexham say, Manchester United sit at the top... I got to laugh at this. Man United sit at the top table as one of the world's most historic and storied clubs. Why? What, for what Sir Alex Ferguson did 13 years ago and 26 years prior to that? They're a lot older than that. They're not just Sir Alex Ferguson, though. But having won a joint record 20 English Flight League titles, the last one over 13 years ago, is it going to be like Arsenal? Over 20-odd years before you get your next one. I mean, memory strikes me correctly. I think they went 26 years without a title, didn't they? Anyway, doesn't matter. Michael Carrick's their coach. Decent coach, gotta say. But yeah, I like that. Hey, Stevie, as a City fan, I'll be rooting for Wrexham all the way today. Bloody lovely. Bloody lovely. You know what? I should be taking you off online with me instead of just talking about this. But I've got the stuff in front of me. I can just talk about it. On the close camera. I'm going to check with TV just to see what's happening there. Don't want to be late. And it's going to be, I tell you what, it's going to be a thrill to actually, see if we can get there yet. Can we get there? No, we can't get there yet. They're not letting us in until 9 o'clock. The gates are open in 7 minutes. But I got to tell you, Blaze, everybody else, you know we've been covering the World Cup, yeah? And we've had a decent time, no doubt about it. But, and the big but, without sounding like a crazy, I will be ecstatic to get back to the Championship with no more corruption breaks, no more of that Infantino. I cannot stand his presence at a football match. I think he's the most ridiculous character in world football. I really do. I think we couldn't have picked a worse guy to lead football. And he's going to be unopposed in the next election for 2027, yeah? But I can't stand that guy. That's why getting back into Wrexham, getting back into Championship, getting back into normality is something that I'm going to be loving, absolutely loving. So TV doesn't want us around for another 6 or 7 minutes. Tottenham are still considered one of the big six, which is even worse, honestly, considering they almost got relegated last season. Where do they come up with this? Honestly, where do they come up with this? Hey, I tell you what, you're Man City, right, Blaze? Hello? We got a light upstairs flickering. It wants to come on. That light blew a week ago. Now it's coming on. I just saw a flash. There you go. There's me looking up in the window. Yep, we got a flashing bulb. He's flickering. If I could shoot the camera up there, I'd show you. But as well as Wrexham this year, I'm going to do some EPL games as well. I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to do EPL games as well. Obviously, Wrexham's taking the priority, but I'm going to do some EPL games as well. And I'm not adverse to watching Man City. I like watching Man City, actually. It's going to be interesting to see what the new coach does. But you've got the squad, you've got the players. It shouldn't be that much of a problem. But yeah, I like what you say. Tottenham are still considered one of the big six. How? How is that possible? Really, when you think about what they haven't done, and like you said, they nearly got relegated last year as well. Unbelievable. Wrexham fans, we're going to get onto some Wrexham news pretty soon. I'm going to take you, literally, in a second to show you what I can see. Let's take you offline for a quick second so you get to see what I get to see. It's only fair. It's only fair. Oh, it's only fair. And I'll come with you. Don't worry. I'll be coming with you. Don't worry. Let's get you online pretty quick. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Sometimes things don't go as fast as you want them to, but hey, we're there. Getting on the Wrexham website. We're on the Wrexham's website right now, okay, guys? Man United, they see all the rest of it, yada, yada, yada. I want to take you here. This is where I want Wrexham fans to go. That's what you need to know as Wrexham fans. That's the list. That's the guys travelling in to Töölö, Suomi, Finland. Yes. Harry Ashfield might well get time. Ryan Barnett, I hope he does. Nathan Broadhead, Louis Brunt, Callum Burton, Carly Katamatri, and Bailey. I'll tell you what. Interesting signing, Bailey Katamatri. Hasn't really done too much, but yes, international player with Jamaica. Got some talent. Kevin Babbs knows all about him. But I tell you, I'd like to see him get some time. Tommy Clayton. Connor Cody. Yes, Connor Cody's back in the fold again. Don't put him in defence, guys. Keep him away from defence. He'll only cripple us. And I don't mean today. I mean this season. George Dobson, Callum Doyle, David Edwards, Dominic Hyam. Had a nice World Cup. Aaron James and Matty James. Davis Carladun. Ollie McTweed. Alex Moore alongside Kiefer Moore. Louis O'Brien. Dan O'Keefe. Arthur Okonkwo. Yes, Arthur's in the trip. Rio Owen. Ollie Rathbone. Joe Reese. Joe Scarr. Sam Smith. George Thomason. Zach Viner. And Danny Ward. Seems like quite a decent squad, yeah? Literally. In the hot seat, former Manchester United manager Carrick stepped into the role initially as an interim boss following the departure of Ruben Amorim in January. And that was quite the unceremonious sacking, per se, of Amorim, wasn't it? Didn't exactly lose too many games to get sacked so easy. That was the thing that really interested me. Another thing that's showing you here down at Snapdragon, that's the last time United played Wrexham. And if you remember, Paul Mullin got his lung crushed. Yeah, a big lung crusher on Paul Mullin. Hopefully no injuries today. Now we're going to take you back to where I was. We've got 2 minutes before the game's coming up. Let's get back on screen. Giving you some updaters. Man United bringing in their new signing as well. We'll get to see him. Oh, yes, we'll get to see him. And Night Frequency, how you doing, buddy? Strange match. Considering I grew up a fan of both teams, these days I'm all for Wrexham. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? You grew up a fan of both teams. Bloody hell. That's really interesting. Podcast, hi, Stevie. How you doing, fella? That's really interesting. Interesting. Let's get that off the screen right now. Man United and Wrexham, both of you. That's interesting, Night Frequency. Very interesting. I tell you, my dad was a big Manchester United fan. I'm a big Wrexham fan. Seems that you're not the only family that has that split. Hence, I'm pretty well perfect to do this game. If you're talking history of the clubs, you're talking great players of the clubs and talking points throughout, yeah, I think we've got it. I really do. Let's take TV time. Let's get TV back on. I'm waiting to get on this bloody show. Like, it's 8:59. When are they going to open up the channel? Just waiting. We're waiting. Still waiting. I'm on the Wrexham website. That's where we've got to go for this one. And waiting to get into it. Time is 9 o'clock right now. Okay, down there. Watch now. The website, the Wrexham website. 10 yards from the side of the pitch and just pulls. Thank you. Get that off. Watch from the start. Watch live. Beautiful scenes here, guys. We've got the scenes right now. I'm absolutely loving this. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Could do without the big white. There you go. That's better. Matty James is there with Maguire. Harry Maguire with the ripped socks. How many times are they going to rip up their socks at the back of these socks? I mean, I think it looks Bush League to have professional footballers with holes in their socks. Leonardo, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? England plays later today against La France. And then tomorrow, the World Cup final. The World Cup final. I'm just going to show you on a different screen 1 second, guys, here. Just give me a second. This is for your benefit, my benefit. If you look... Hello. Why is that frozen? That's interesting. There's a frozen screen there. Let's go back here. Hello. It does happen. Sometimes you have a frozen screen. Deactivate, activate. UFC. Okay, we'll tell you what, guys, for today. Cancel. We're going to stay on this camera. The other camera's just gone offline. I know what it is, but I'm not going to get up and change it. We're with the game. Wrexham all the way. It's going to be limited stats on this one because obviously it's not exactly the biggest game in the world for the world to be watching. But we have got it. We are here. And we're happy to see the Wrexham Reds. Doesn't get any better than that. I think United are probably going to be the bigger team in this one, but Wrexham, nothing to lose. Good training situation. Steals the ball beautifully. No foul on the referee. Oh, I tell you. No foul by the referee. Well played by Sammy Smith, wearing the new Wrexham black outfit. Tom Heaton didn't like the heat, but the heat is on Tom Heaton. Nice opening start. Lovely stadium, the Olympic Stadium here, Töölö, in Suomi, Finland. Lovely setting, really lovely setting. Field looks absolutely gorgeous. And it's an interesting stadium. It's the Olympic Stadium. Wrexham now. Bring in the heat. Chipped into the middle. I tell you, offside again. United pulling up, keeping the line tight at the back. Kadamatri has one little chance so far, but again, the new outfit. Let's get into the chat. We're in the chat, yada, yada, as we go through, guys. I'll talk about the new chat and everything else as we're going into it. Night Frequency's in the house. Says, strange match considering I grew up a fan of both teams. These days, I'm all for Wrexham. That's funny, eh? That's funny. All for Wrexham. And you know, you're living in a better world. You really are. No VAR. No smoke and mirrors. No crazy pundits. No pundits that don't know what they're talking about. Like in the EPL. Oh, yeah. And it's reality time. It's not the Okie Wokie Club. It's reality time. You get to just be yourself. Yeah, it's like watching football years ago when it got destroyed by TV. Isn't it lovely? United with a 4 at the back. Obviously got the wing backs going wide. So far, so good. The first shares of the spoils going Wrexham's way. Heaton keeping that one in. No corner. Kevin Barrett says, hey guys. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Good to see you. Night Frequency Podcast. My dad was the Man United fan too. I just copied him. But my cousin liked both Wrexham and Man U, so I eventually started following Wrexham too. I stopped following Man United around 2008. Wise move. Wise move. Because they've been garbage ever since. I'll tell you what, for a big team, they're in limbo. They're really in limbo, aren't they? They're so in limbo, and they haven't got out of limbo ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left the building. They're in limbo, total limbo. It'll be interesting to see where they end up this season. Carrick, a decent manager. But again, that club is in limbo. Wrexham not in limbo. Wrexham on the ascendancy, a league lower. And I think, to be honest with you, talking about Wrexham as we move through the match as well, United in possession on their own 18-yard blocks. Under pressure, still under pressure. In loads of space, passing it around. This tic-tac-toe football that they play is making life hard for them. If they would go a little direct and quicker down the line, they'd probably find they'd have more fun. Luke Shaw on the ball seems to have been a United forever. What exactly does Luke Shaw bring United? I sometimes scratch my head. What does he bring Manchester United? CPM, how you doing, fella? CPM? Your screen is still frozen. Yeah, I know. But my other screen's still working. Your sound quality is excellent. Thank you, fella. That's always good. Yeah, but that screen is still frozen. My screen I'm working is still working. Oh, hello. Let's get it over there. Sorry, guys. Well done, CPM. Well done. Now we're over there. Literally, I had a little technical blurb issue before we came on. 5 minutes before we came on. Just couldn't get one camera operating. So I'm going to have to deactivate it, reactivate it, that sort of stuff, and get it back online. But no big deal. This is a great camera. This is up close and personal. It shows you the new set. Ball down the line now. Chasing all the way. Beautifully won. Harry Kane coming through. Nathan doesn't get past him. But again, that new black outfit for Wrexham. Not too sure. Jury is out. The jury is out for me right now. I'm not sure what I think about the black outfit. I do like that. That black shirt there, I love that black shirt. I do. I love that black shirt. I really do. But here we go. Who'd have thought we'd have had games for Wrexham before the World Cup finishes? That's what I'm saying. And Buemo looking for another big season. Waste of a throw in there by Sheaf. But coming into this one, Phil Parkinson saying this will be a big test for Wrexham. That United will take the match seriously, as you can see they are. And Wrexham too, definitely. Leonardo, 85, Stevie, your face is gone. I couldn't believe it when that camera froze up. I'm like, really? Good job I've got 2 cameras ready to go, eh? I tell you. If I wasn't lucky enough to put 2 cameras on together, we wouldn't have a show. So it's kind of lucky. I knew I had an issue coming in. Don't worry. I tried to override it quickly, and I restarted and restarted everything to get things cleared, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Ball down the line now. Right wing, Wrexham now, imposing onto United's back line. Ball goes out. Goal kick. Simple goal kick. Sammy Smith looking for the ball in the middle, doesn't come. Emara is the ref. He doesn't need his first name. They've all got that first name. They don't need saying that first name, do they? Elmara, that's your name. Done. Sentiments attached to it. Again, United on their own back line. Mbeumo gives and goes. Doesn't leave the ball well there. Wrexham, loads of space, ball in the middle. Lovely placing. Tries to give the feed off. Doesn't work out. Again, United literally playing themselves into trouble. You do this all season, I'll tell you now, you're going nowhere, United. I know they've still got players on vacation, per se. And I know there's still players getting back into the crew. And a couple of players for Wrexham that didn't travel today, Josh Windhouse being one of them, Maxi Cleworth being another. Both slight little niggle injuries. Lovely ball, he's offside. I think he's offside. Can't see the linesman for love or money. But Sam did look about 5 feet offside when the ball was played through. Let's take another look here. Nice interception. Dan Scar in the midfield zone. Dave is kind of done. Picks it up, but Sam does look way offside. Back into the chat. I'm going to catch up with chat. But Blaze says, one of my least favourite things is that goals scored in the lower final of the World Cup can still score goals. One of my least favourite things is that goals scored in the lower final of the World Cup can still score goals that count for a golden boot. Yes, if you got knocked out, your goals shouldn't count. Shouldn't count, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. 100%. Leonardo, all right. Blaze, he's back. He's back. Do you remember them Setanta sports commercials? I could play some because I've got some Setanta sports commercials from when I worked with Setanta Sports. Yes, he's back. Bigger, better than before. And they were talking about Jose Mourinho. Lots of love to everybody out there. Thank you very much. Pushing it back to you. Absolutely. But I tell you, I can't get enough of watching Wrexham, guys. I seriously can't. After watching the World Cup so long, watching Wrexham now, it's pure joy. It's pure joy. It is. Chunzo, hello all. It's Chunzo. Chunzo's back in the house. Hey, Chunzo. Wrexham season's coming. Wrexham on the edge of the box now. Smithy now with the ball. Strokes it through. Not the best pass. Keeps it in. Wins the corner. Well done. Sammy, not your best pass. Didn't give Sheafy much of a chance. No names on the shirts here. What are we doing? Are we living in 1960? 100%, babies. And the love too. Are we living in 1960? No shirt names. That's lovely. It's like we're watching in 1960. Just numbers on the back. That's fantastic. Do you think the shirt man didn't get his job done? I can't see that. But again, lovely scene here at this Olympic Stadium. Decent crowd. Not sold out, obviously, but decent crowd. A lovely building. Ball into the box. Not the best delivery. Another little side note, Wrexham fans. Throughout this summer, still to go, Wrexham are looking for 4 to 5 additions to the squad. And in reading what the club was discussing, good tackle there, good tackle. Oh, no. Referee says foul. And Bueno's down, hurting. That's what Wrexham will do for you. We're tough as nails. So, in reading with the club and what they're all about so far this season, we picked up a lot of players in the last off-season, last summer. This off-season, we're looking, is what the club says, to pick up 4 to 5 players of Championship leading quality. So they're not looking to punch up and get someone too far. There is rumour of a central defender coming in from Fiorentina. We'll let you know more about that. When it's confirmed, I'll talk about the names. When it's confirmed, but not until then. There's no point confirming rumour control, because rumour is rampant around Wrexham all the time. But, just saying, 4 to 5 players is what the club are looking for. That's a great pass down the line. Doesn't get it. I tell you what, you're a Premier League player and you can't put the ball wide. Crazy. Lovely hair, Yoro. How about read the game? But again, the club looking for 4 to 5 players. Championship quality. I don't think, with that statement, we're looking to run riots in the playoffs. I don't. I got a hunch that we're going to be having a decent season, no doubt. Remember, we lost 13 matches last year, so that's something to do better. But 13 matches gets us placed pretty much where we were. So keep that in your cap. I remember I said last year, there's Michael Carrick on the bench. Last year I said you can get into the playoffs with 12 losses. Well, we nearly made it. 13 losses, just outside it. Wrexham playing dangerously around the box. Very dangerously. Still under control. Nice and calm. Smithy with the header into feet. Lovely play. Where's the big man go now? Nathan with the ball. Cuts inside. Goes past 2. Well played, Nathan. No foul. Nathan's down. Got a little knock, but he's down, but he'll be getting up. He'll be down, but he'll be getting up. Night Frequency, I love the new away kit. Haven't seen it in person yet, but looks good. Right on, right on, right on. So someone's in love with the new kit. I've seen it. I like it, but the jury's still out. I mean, I like that black shirt, the Miners shirt. I love that black shirt. That's a classy black shirt. And the design, the crisscross patterning, you can see both Miners shirts, the golden one on my back wall and the black one, they have the crisscross pattern. United going down the right wing, over the top. Out comes the keeper. Nice take. Arthur Okonkwo starting today. Nice to see AO getting some time. Yeah, remember the last season? Didn't finish well for AO. He's still a big keeper and a big player in our squad. Let's be frank. Let's not waste any time on this. But Danny Ward came in and did a big job at the end of the season. And I think showed that experience that we were lacking in vital matches towards the end of the season. So Arthur did what he did. Great for 2/3 of the season. Didn't have a great final third. Danny deposes him, keeps the ship steady, and we just failed in the playoffs. A few of the matches that we lost with AO in match, due to his errors, would have put us in the playoffs. Just saying. So Phil made the right call. And I'll tell you something, it sounds and it feels so strange to be talking Wrexham after such a long while. Blaze morning, everybody. Yes, there we go. Morning. So Night Frequency Podcast loves the new away kit. It's Chunzo, up the town, absolutely up the town, everybody, up the town. Remember, like, subscribe, guys. Up the town, drop your points. Get ready for the new season. It's going to be fun. And if you haven't been here a while, you'll see we've got a new banner. Much better than last season. And we got lots of bells and whistles in the background too, ready for the season 2. So we have upscaled for us and the channel, a la familia and the family, so that we can literally, I'm waiting for a goal. Then you'll see a difference when we get a goal. Right now, 0-0 Man United and Wrexham, 15 minutes in here at Töölö in Suomi, Finland. And Man United have most of the ball. Tom Heaton on the ball now. Over to Harry Maguire. He looks like he's got 2 left feet when he walks, doesn't he? Looks like he's got 2 left feet. He's not exactly the most balanced of players, but does a decent job. Ball up to the top. Route 1 football. Ball over the top again. More Route 1 football by Man United. Wrexham coming up with the ball. What kind of season do we have this season? Kevin Babs, Northampton did well against Game just finished 0-0 with Coventry. That's a decent result. 0-0 with Coventry, decent result. Where's Coventry going to finish in the league? Where's Coventry going to finish in the league? Ran away with it last year, but are they going to run away with anything in the Premier League? I doubt it. Are they coming straight back? Quite possibly. There's Carrick. Tell that guy stop biting his nails, crying out loud. He's biting off his fingers. He must be nervous. Nervous, tensions, headaches. But yeah, Northampton 0, Coventry 0, that's a good one. Limpets, how you doing, Professor? How's it going, my friend? Morning, everybody. It's Chunzo. Good afternoon. Blazed, good morning, everybody. CPM, watching how the midfielders are moving the ball seems a bit soft in terms of pace. It does. It does. Just getting back into the swing of things. Phil's got a new black shirt. I'm not sure about this V across the shoulder. To me, it looks like old Etonians and something out of the 1800s. You might like that kind of thing, but I think the shirt on Sam Smith, looking at the shirt on Sam Smith, it's going to warm up to me. But like I say, jury's still out. I'm waiting to see what's happening with the rest of the shirts, the rest of the swag, before we invest. Yes, I'm laying my dollars carefully. But it's nice to see us taking on Man United again. Lovely steal. Go on, my son. Go on, my son. Go on, my son. Put it away. Nice tackle. Saves his ass. But we're in there. We should be taking a shot at least before he gets back on us. Got to be quicker on the ball. But another moment where Wrexham are forcing the issue in front of Man United's box, which, let's put it this way, not too much of a shock. If we'd have played Man United 15 years ago, I'd have been like, ooh, this is going to be difficult. Very difficult. And we're definitely not going to get a clean sheet out of this. Question is, how many they're going to get? 2, 3? But this Man United of this era doesn't put any fear into anybody at all. Offside by a mile. Doesn't put any fear to anybody at all. I'm loving the way these linesmen are calling the offsides. Look at the hypocrisy and I'm going to say it, the cheating by officials at that World Cup so far has been absolutely a disgrace. If you can't recognise common fouls and not give them, you are cheating the match. You're cheating the game. You're cheating the players. You're cheating the fans. I will be glad when the World Cup is over. I'm guaranteeing you that 100%. I will be glad. And I'll tell you something else. I probably won't ever watch another World Cup. I am sick of it. This World Cup has killed my mojo for World Cups. I'm disgusted by the pricing, the arrogance, the corruption, presidents changing cards. Disgusted by the whole affair. That's why I'm in love watching Wrexham. You don't get much better than this. You don't get much better than this. Great start so far by the Wrexham. 19 minutes in, it'll be absolutely a joy not to have a corruption break at 22 minutes. And imagine that, a full half of football as it's supposed to be. Like I tell you, Infantino is ruining football. And I will not be looking at a World Cup again. I've watched 15. I'm not watching another. They're getting worse and worse. And this is what we love. Flowing football with our club. Watching Wrexham. Whoa! Everywhere we go. Watching Wrexham FC. Putting on a show. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Whoa! Everywhere we go. Watching Wrexham FC. Putting on a show. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Limpets, Parky is looking for players to fit his system and team culture. Absolutely. The recent talking about picking up the central defender from Fiorentina hasn't been finalised. And Phil said he doesn't want to talk about transfers until after this trip. And that was in the interview. So you can understand Phil's feeling it a little bit. But, yeah. I found myself the last couple of weeks thinking, I can't wait to get back to Wrexham. I can't wait to get back to Wrexham. It's like that movie, Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy taps her shoes, 3 times, yada yada. No place like home. Well, Wrexham, there's no place like home. And it is the best ever. And I don't care where we finish in the league this year. We're just going to have another good year, set up for next year, sure, on the ball. But just being in the presence of you guys, watching Wrexham, we're back to normality. And it's a good place to be. It really is. It's a fun place to be. 21 minutes gone. United pressing Wrexham on the edge of the box. Wrexham, though, I got to say, I'm quite impressed how they're playing the ball around. But I'll tell you this much. You can play the ball tiki-taka fashion with an EPL team because that's what they do. They kind of let each other play that system. Ball on the edge of the box. Well headed out. Wrexham coming up with the ball. Free kick one. Kyler done down like a sack of spuds. Well done. Kyler. Oh, sorry, it's not Kyler. It's not Kyler. It's Louis O'Brien. Into the chat. Limpets again, and I think Parky is looking to raise the floor of his talent. Yep, raise the talent, but they're looking for just championship topping players. So it's yes, it's a case of we want to keep improving. Referee says free kick. No free kick. Well done, linesman. Hello, flag went up, but no free kick, just the throw in. We're actually getting some real officials making real calls. And I tell you what, it is night and day to watch these officials run this match than anything from the World Cup. And I mean anything. What these officials are showing us today is pure, honest officializing. And I applaud them. I really do. If you have honest officials, you've got an honest game. The players can relax and play their game too. So I'm telling you what, I've said it 1,000 times. Smudger comes in like a freight train there. There's Andre Santos. That's the new player that they signed. Andre Santos coming in from Chelsea. Supposed to be something special. Well, let me tell you, he hasn't played that much. He hasn't played that much. He's been on loan for a few teams. With Chelsea, played 27 matches, got a goal with Chelsea. Shot coming in, going wide. But Andre Santos, very interesting to see why they picked him up. Hasn't played that many games. Is a bit of a talent. But it seems to me it's one of those strange signings that Man United have made in the last couple of years where those players come in, but they don't really raise the bar. They don't improve the team. They should call them Team Dread. Well taken down. They allow him to come through and take that ball. That's criminal defending by Man United. Sam Smith coming from the back line. Takes the ball. Takes a touch. Lays it off. Passes it through. And Man United defenders standing still. Standing still. They're standing still. They're standing still. United defenders. They're standing still. What am I reading here? United and the 18th. Yep. Okay. I'm either going to put a blueprint on my nose. Jeez, we just took off. I'm in orbit. I'm in orbit. Harry Kane on the ball going wide. Bueno coming down the right side now. Has pace. There you go. Doesn't get the ball in, though. Well defended. Ball into the box. Dangerous shot coming in. This could be 1-0. Nicely blocked. Again, Wrexham not panicking. United having a great feel for the ball in and around the box. They've got the quality to open you up. Coming inside. Shots on. Doesn't take the shot. Slides it through. And that's an absolute waste of a pass. Arthur Okonkwo with the ball. The last goalkeeper to face Man United. Arthur. The last goalkeeper for Man United and Wrexham took out Paul Mullin. Do you remember that big hit? Paul Mullin, punctured lung, all in one big hit. Great header again. Dan Scar coming up, towering header. So far, this training match, friendly match, isn't going exactly how Man United probably thought it would be. Ball over the top, onside. Again, United coming up with a second ball. Night Frequency says, what I like about Parky is although he is not a big spender, he wants players with the right attitude and players that have no individual ego. That's the same reason I loved Ferguson in the United days. I agree with that. I'll go with that 100%. The biggest ego at Manchester United was Sir Alex. If you dared to funk with that ego, you probably would be leaving. So he had no time for egos above his, is what I say. And to be a great coach, you have to have some form of confidence or egotism about you, no? But yeah, the biggest ego in that building was Sir Alex, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But I tell you what, I'm going to read that again. Night Frequency. What I like about Parky is although he's not a big spender, he wants players with the right attitude and players that have no individual ego. That's the same reason I love Ferguson in the United days. 100%. 100%. Having a wine here. Leonardo's having a wine. Beautiful. 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 Hey, Leo, what did you think about the officialising England-Argentina? CPM, young, talented defensive midfielder who can control a game. David Ozo, Derby County, on loan from Crystal Palace. Would be better than Dobson. Oh, I'm loving that. Only 65-minute start. Derby made too many mistakes late. Yes, 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 bloody yes. 100%. I think you guys realised throughout last season I wasn't a Dobson fan. And when I don't get attached to someone, it's not a personal thing. It's just you're not bringing the game. And your legs are long. And you're leaving holes. And we're getting scored on. And you're arriving late to make a tackle that you could have made 3 or 4 seconds earlier if you were engaged in the game or if your fitness was that much higher. George came into last season a bit heavy, lost a lot of weight, got into it. But I think we've seen the best of George, okay? I think it's time for us to pick someone else up. More youthful. Remember, I'm a 26-year age lover. I like guys coming in at 26 years of age. Mature. Physically at their prime. And if they got game, they're the complete package, per se. Ball coming down the right side. Well tackled, I'll tell you what. Man United, lazy bunch of bastards. Absolute lazy bunch. If Callum Doyle can run out of midfield and pick up that ball where there's 3 lazy Man United players, Carrick's got problems. Wrexham are playing up to this Man United team and are not looking bad at all. But that's pure laziness out of those Man United players. And that literally, I think Man United has a virus right throughout their club. And it started years ago. Because they just do not work. And there's no harmony there. You look at the harmony that Wrexham has. Into feet, we know where we are. It's absolute poetry in motion. Now, United may well have that extra quality. But Wrexham are making up for it with teamwork. And that comes from the coach. So again, Phil Parkinson, done a great job all through the years. Seriously, in Phil we trust 100% every day. The only time we'll stop trusting him is when Rob and Ryan say we need another guy. And that will be because we've had a terrible season and we haven't done it. But again, in Parker we trust. "30 minutes, and I've got to say, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. It's good for the soul to see Wrexham. But yes, CPM 1975. Ball on the shot coming in, going over, going wide. Goal kick United. Young, talented defensive midfielder who can control a game. David Ozo, Derby County, on loan from Palace, would be better than Dobson. Only 65-minute starter. Dobbo made too many mistakes late on in. He did. Kevin Babb. Stevie, I'm in the same boat. Not completely sold on Wednesday's new kit. Shirt and new badge looks good. It's the sponsor logo. It doesn't suit the shirt. Who's the sponsor? If you don't get the right sponsor, you're slapping the fans in the face. Although, let's put it this way, brand new owner, Sheffield Wednesday, things looking good. Maybe people can look the other way, but a sponsor on a shirt is a sponsor on a shirt, isn't it? Night Frequency Podcast says, would you rather see Wrexham stay in the Championship and be a leading team for this league and avoid all the corrupt crap, or get promotion to the Premier League and make a go of it? I'm quite good for Wrexham to stick in the Championship this season. I have no problem with that at all. I'd absolutely love that. If we're going to go up, which I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush. What are we going up for? What are we racing to get into trouble for? What are we racing to have a season where we maybe just win anywhere from 8 to 10 matches max as we go up and be threatened to go straight back down? See, itchy nose, goals coming. For Rob and Ryan to think this team and it survive in the Premiership, I have my reservations. I do. It's going to cost a lot of money. Ball on the edge of the box now. Man United swivelling, not going through. Wrexham picking up the scraps, chipping out from defence, clearing the danger. But personally, myself, Night Frequency, I'd sooner see Wrexham. What am I doing? I'd sooner see Wrexham take this year. Next year, possibly add more players to it. So the third year, you're adding 3 or 4 more players in the summer. Then the squad is complete. Then you can go up. But only then. And if we do go up, then overnight, Mount with the ball now. A man that's literally disappeared in football, Mason Mount here. Literally. Big with Chelsea, but where's his career gone to? Might have thought he probably could have got to a World Cup. England player of the past, not so long ago. But again, Mason Mount, his career down the tubes. Needs a big season to reinstall where he was years ago. But again, I'm in no rush to go up this year. Next year would be fine. Add the players to it, get the training ground done, finish the COP, bring some more money in, more sponsors. And then if we do get promotion, whether it be playoffs or auto promotion in 2 years' time, we're going to have to spend upwards of maybe anywhere from 200 to 300 million. And you would not recognise the squad from the previous season, because I would say upwards of 70% of the squad would have to go. What we've got is not Premiership. We got Championship. So there's a lot of things that would have to be put in place, but it would cost a lot of money. Are Rob and Ryan finally realising how much it's going to cost? And are they doing things slowly or looking to be a Championship club to keep the cost down per se? Because when the costs are dangled in front of your face, it will scare people and it will stop people being so successful or wanting to be. Kevin Babs says, fuck VAR. Absolutely. Ball through the top, United. Over the top, ball through. Going out. Watch a game without it. You will see it's not needed. 100%. Blaze 220, 1,000% agree. Kevin, 100%. Me too. Leonardo, was there some horrible mistake? Nice one, Leo. Was there some kind of mistake? Horrible mistake. I tell you what, there wasn't a match without one. And again, I don't want to bag on about this, but I feel so sorry for a lot of people that paid exorbitant prices. Corner coming in, nice corner. Off the bar. United hit the bar. Wrexham survive, and it must have been a defensive header. Euro, did it bounce off his wig or did it bounce off his forehead? You'd have Brian Clough say that a long time ago, and I don't care what anybody thinks. Nearly a beautiful own goal there. Get up, Sam Smith. He's counting his lucky stars. Another great corner. Easily defended. Going back to the wing. Look at United. Look how lazy these guys are. They couldn't even run for that ball. That is absolutely... I tell you what, this United team, if they play like this season in the league, they're going to be in trouble. And I couldn't believe how high they finished last year. Crazy, crazy. Limpets, Brody misses wide, absolutely. Kevin says we are sponsored by a broadband company called Fibberly. Looks weird on the shirt, but I guess you're right, Stevie. At least we have one. Yeah, no, it's I sort of say with the sponsorship on a shirt, it's not always the right sponsor for the club. Invariably it is, but sometimes it's not. Great corner, great corner, great corner. Poof, going all the way to the corner. Goal kick United. So far, Wrexham into this match, finding their feet. Quality up top is not the best, but you know what? Working the ball through Manchester United, gaining confidence. They're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. It makes me wonder at sometimes how many cable companies or phone companies there actually are. You know? Are they like Turkish barbers on the high street in the UK? Too many of them. I wonder what they're laundering. Leonardo, really, what did the referee do? I really don't remember. I think we're talking about referees from the World Cup, Leo. What they didn't do was make good calls. The Night Frequency Podcast, United are shitting on a legacy. Yes, 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 yes. Nice take by Sheafy moving through. Wants the man in the middle. Goes wide. Smithy now crosses the ball, gets the corner. Slowly but surely, we're reaching half-time. There you're seeing Andre Santos, the new signing from Manchester United. Again, loaned out to Strasbourg a couple of seasons. Was a Chelsea player, 27 matches, 1 goal. Can't really see why United have picked him up, but they probably know why. Smudger, in it goes. There you go. Beautiful back post. He's offside. He's onside. He's onside. We've got the lead. Hey, Smudger's got the goal. 1-0. Back post. Wide open. Lazy. Lazy. Man United. These guys are lazy. If I was Carrick at half-time, I'd be choosing my words carefully, but they are lazy. Absolutely lazy. Well done, Sammy Smith. Tom Heaton beaten, not happy. Wrexham 1-0 up. Leo says, was there a classic of Argentina? I think so. I think so. I think so. They've got a video on YouTube somewhere of all the fouls that were not given against England players. It's absolutely disgusting. Everyone is a categorical foul with a yellow card attached to it. And they didn't bring any of that. Really. I'm not mad about losing. Not at all. You got to win with grace, lose with class. But as I said, the fiasco that FIFA is and that World Cup has become through the officialising and the financial indiscretions with the fans has left me in a place where I have no respect for them whatsoever. Again, I'm done with them. Inside, Moreno tries to get it going, but again, he comes up against a black wall. Normally a red wall, but today it's a black wall. It's a Wrexham black wall in their new black outfits. Nicely taken out of play by Mounts again. A player whose career literally flatlining. Look at this United rabble. United rabble. If Alex Ferguson was coaching this lot, he would rip them to shreds at half-time for that goal. He would rip them to shreds. Where's Luke Shaw? He's on the wrong side of the field. That's why Smithy has all that space. Alex Ferguson would rip these lazy bastards to shreds because that's what they look like. It looks like they've come out of Carrington, had a training session the day before, and they're arriving here arrogantly against Wrexham, a championship team who obviously are below them because they're not even working. Rabble, an absolute rabble is what they look like. And I'm telling you, Ferguson would rip them to shreds. Smithy going down the line. Maguire does the easy back to Heaton. Mounts on the ball again for Man United. Going wide. They've offered something, but very little. But they only need that moment of quality, and then it'll be one piece. But at the moment, Wrexham 1-0 up against Man United. Things are looking pretty good. Night Frequency says, podcast, Turkish barbers, vape shops, and pizza places. Yeah, I tell you. And I'll tell you, I am absolutely ecstatic that we are watching normal football with 45 minutes of football without a break. I can't tell you how much I am absolutely enthralled by coming back to watch real football in the real environment where we expect to see honesty and 45 minutes of football and people having fun and nothing more. Just the basics. But it's great to get out of the FIFA virus, the FIFA coma. And I'm telling you guys, I'm a football nut job. You know it. But I am done with the World Cup. After this final tomorrow, I'm never watching another World Cup. I am done with it. Wrexham is a million times better than the Wrexham or than the World Cup per se, I should say. Wrexham defending now last couple of minutes here. 1-0 up against Man United, the big guns. There's only one team working their asses off here, and that's the team in black. And these superstars in red, Man United red. I tell you, if this is the best they can offer, they're going to have problems. Real problems. CPM, Dobson has plateaued. He can't be trusted to start any longer this level. No. Blaze, lazy Man United. Lazy Man United. Lazy Man United. 100%. Leonardo, as for the referees, the whole World Cup was unbelievable. Weird decisions and weird principles. Yes, nice interception. Does he get it? No, but nice interception. Well done, Shifi, keeping Mbueno silenced. Big player for United last year, Mbueno. Regularly on the score sheet. Never plays a bad match. He is always in the match. He offers you the same level every match. Maguire on the ball now. Who would have thought Maguire would still be at United after losing the captaincy and all other things that happened to him? Wrexham clearing the ball. Leonardo, as for the referees, yeah, I agree with you. And he says, but Brazil has nothing to do with that. We lost cause. We sucked. Good for Haaland. Ha 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 ha. Yes. But Brazil has nothing to do with that. We lost the cause. And there you go. Half-time whistles come along. 1-0. Carrick and the crew. Should be a little bit red-faced from what they've done there. But hey, there's big players on that field from Man United. It's not exactly a team of kids. They've got some quality on there. And the high-fiving from Santos, I don't know what that's all about. Really, I do not. The Brazilian. 22-year-old. Was with Chelsea, now with Man United. You've seen that a few times over the years, but I'll tell you what, 30 years ago, you very rarely saw a player come from Chelsea to Man United. It just didn't happen. Pitch is getting sprayed down. Boys are staying on the field. Well, there you go. The guys are staying on the field. And I'm going to have to blow my nose. Blow my nose. I'm going to stay here for a second, guys. But I'm probably going to run and get a cup of tea, a refill. But yeah, give me a second. I just got to blow my nose really quickly. There we go. Back on, back off. Blew the trumpet. Had to. So the guys are still out on the field. 1-0 at half-time. Man U, more like Man Who. Hey, that's a good one. Kevin Babbs. Man U, more like Man Who. Yes. Dobson is an excellent defensive late-game replacement, but that is it. I agree with that. Ozo is in the age same group as Doyle. Perfect fit. I count 3 draws turned into losses and 4 wins turned into draws by Dobson. I would go with that. I tell you what, he was also culpable of coughing up the ball on the edge of the box and us getting scored on 3 times through the season as well. Made me sick to my bones. Why Phil can't see that this guy's not going to take us any further, that he has had his ceiling, and it was at the beginning 2 seasons ago. He laboured through the championship last year, did the best he could, give him credit, and there were some games where he did win man of the match. And when he dropped the weight and he was firing for the first, I'd say it took him 15 minutes last season to get to grips with the championship, okay? From 15 to about 30 games, he started to raise it. In the final 15 games, there was a couple of games there. The first 5 in the final 15 matches, Dobbo got a couple of man of the matches. He did really exceptionally well. And then he started to drop down. So he'd hit his ceiling 3/4 of the way through the championship season. He hit peak because he got to that level. But once he got there, he couldn't hold that level. And you and I all saw the times where he couldn't keep up with the player, where he was running back, and the times that I analysed goals where Dobson's coming in late, where we've just got scored on, where he needed to be there as a CDM, central defensive midfielder, to alleviate those problems. The Ozo angle, I like a lot. I do. Crystal Palace, I tell you what, their system brings in a lot of decent players. They really do. They didn't have that talent and that ability about them 15 years ago. They do now. Beautiful. And with him being a young guy like Doyley, I like that too. Limpets, goal, there you go. Leonardo Baravero. Oh, sure, I see your point. There we go. But that match, I think the greatest problem was England backing up that match. I tell you what. The only thing England didn't have on that match was a backup beeper. Beep, 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 beep. Because it would have been going for at least 35 minutes in the second half. Because they didn't get in a forward gear. And Tuchel's coming in for a lot of heat right now. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. I listened to Roy Keane. No, not Roy Keane. I listened to John Terry, Graham Souness, and Jordan the other night after the match. And Graham Souness was literally saying it was all the players' fault, not the coach. And for Graham Souness, for being such a great player, I thought he hasn't read that correctly. It was the coach and the players, but more so the coach. The coach is the boss. The boss is the boss is the boss is the boss. And when the boss says do something, you do it. And if your coach is offloading defenders into the game, you on the field automatically know what he's doing. He's beefing up the defence. So now you know you're not going forward. So there's a lot of things done there really wrong. Anyway, moving along. CPM Dobson has plateaued. That's it. He can't be trusted to stay any longer at this level. I agree with that, CPM. Blaze, lazy Man United, yes. Leonardo, as for the referees, the whole World Cup was unbelievable. Weird decisions and weird principles. It was. CPM, looked at what Liverpool has spent thus far. Premiership is in a different football cost universe. Yes. Wrexham should follow the Coventry model to get out of the league, rise fast, and can fall faster. Yep. That's the worry. That is the worry. In the Premiership, you've got 17 clubs that are sticking pretty well. Obviously, the top guys are staying forever. The bottom feeders, they're hanging on. But 17 clubs are stuck there. Coventry go up with the other two clubs. They're the bottom three. They're the bottom feeders with the least amount of talent in the squad. You're not guaranteed, but you're pretty close to being relegated. So if Wrexham go up, that £200 to £300 million, what we need to spend on players, might not be enough. And I don't care about the parachute payment coming back from the Premier League if you do get relegated, because 9 times out of 10, it's not enough to cover the player bill. It doesn't cover the transfers. Just saying. So careful what you wish for. I mean, we're in a very interesting position at Wrexham. We're in a great position in the Championship. We had a great season last year. We're looking for another season this year. It's not guaranteed. I mean, we could fall on our face and finish maybe 12th. It could happen. I don't think Phil would let it happen, but it could. It's a reality. We could take a step back this year. 7th last year might finish 12th this year. You never know. You never know. Players coming in might not gel. And as for earlier in the chat, Wrexham bring in players with character, personality, team players, someone that's not going to rock the boat. That's why. He's building a family. He's building a squad. And he's doing it very slowly. And I think by year 3, we were ready to take that leap. But again, careful what you wish for. We could go up and get battered every week. And look at the fans that go up and get battered every week. They don't have a great time. So just saying, moving back at it. I'm going to move that up. Just a second. I love to see the guys on the field training as well. I think that's really important. Our guys are out there, not Man United. Just our guys are out there on the field training here at the Olympic Stadium Töölö in Suomi, Finland. Man United, lazy in the game, lazy at half-time. That sends a message. It sends a message. Maybe Carrick hasn't got a happy house right now. Maybe he needs to change things. But for me, the big club right now, looking at them full on, is Wrexham. Players out on the park, training. Little Ollie Rathbone's doing his little sprints. But Man United should be out there. You're a goal down. You should be out there, working. Just saying. Kevin Babs, no corruption breaks. This must be heaven. Oh, it is. It is. It is. It's so worth it. It is. It's so worth it. And the price we pay to watch this, well worth it. Well worth it. As Lynn Pitts was saying the other day online, I believe if I get this right, one ticket at the stadium in Atlanta for a World Cup game was enough to buy 4 season tickets at an Atlanta United match. 4 season tickets can get you 1 seat at the World Cup. Just think of that for a moment. Just think of one thing, though. Where's all the money going to? Well, it's going from your pocket, fan, into FIFA's cash register. Where's the money go after that? I'd like to think I could tell you. The only thing I can tell you is that federations and the smaller countries within federations now earn way more money under Infantino than they did before. What am I saying? The FIFA cartel has paid off all the countries worldwide to vote for them each election. Keep it there. It's that simple. And if you don't know about corruption, that spells corruption. Blaze says, such a relief to finally have a goal count when it hits the net and not after 10 minutes of VAR and the high chance of a blatant goal gets disallowed. Isn't it great? And all it is honesty. We're just getting honesty back at our feet. You know, CPM, to me, the Championship is the craziest league to watch. I love this league. The Premiership has become boring to watch, and that comes from a lifelong Liverpool fan. I tell you what, from a lifelong Liverpool fan, you will have watched the European Cup back in the days, Champions League, all sorts of great things, winning the league, winning European Cups, FA Cups, all sorts of good stuff. But you did it in the good times. Nowadays, that's why I say I've got no time for the EPL. It bores me. I have no respect for it, especially not upstairs. Not upstairs. There it is. That's why. That's why. Different name. Crystal Ball, bad calls can occur in any sports at any level and during crucial matches, but corruption is unacceptable. Crystal Palace also knows how to lose great players. Lastly, scoreboard. Yes. Thank you, the Queen. Limpets, you nailed the ticket price, Steve. Absolutely. Thank you. Brilliant. Again, I was watching that online. Limpets was online yesterday, and 4 season tickets for 1 match. Really? Just think of that. If you wanted to, think of it on a funny note. Just think to watch a FIFA game, you had to have a truck stacked top to bottom, all right, a 6-foot roof, a 10-foot body, so 60-foot squared, stacked with beef burgers, just stacked with beef burgers, all right, to get into the FIFA game. And then to get into a regular game like this one here, you just needed an Uber with a burger on the back seat. Done. And keep laughing, because that's the size of it. That is the size of it. Limpets and Atlanta United is a huge MLS club. It is. And that stadium is gorgeous. And you saw the views from my seats, really good seats and close to food, beverage, bathrooms. Absolutely. PPP. Pea pint and a pint. You got it all made. Absolutely. Blaze, a game without Gianni at last. Oh, isn't it lovely? Look, I got to say, I acted a little bit badly during the World Cup because I got to be honest with you, I was so frustrated with what was happening around me, happening around us, happening around the match, around the sport, around the competition. It was an absolute turn-off. It was an absolute turn-off in many ways. So, yes, it is heaven where we are right now. It really is. Keep the wine in the fridge, Leo. Just the right temperature. I tell you. Is it warm down there in Brasilia? Brazil? So good. Here, one more time. Keep the wine in the fridge. Just the right temperature. So good. That's got to be a red, yeah? It's got to be a red. CPL says, if Parky keeps running out a back 3 at this level or even higher, Parky needs to rotate its starters better. Brunt, Viner, Hyam, Doyle, Cleworth could be handled much better. Scar needs to go. Yeah, you know, there's always the jury out on Scar. No one's too sold on Scar. But the jury's still out. Still looking at a few of the young kids out there for Wrexham, getting warmed up. And as for United as well. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to run. I'm going to leave things as is. I'm just going to get up and run, go get a bottle. And I'll be right back. Keep it there. I'm coming straight back, guys. Woo, coming on back, baby. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There we go. Back right on time. I had to go get a crush. I got to flush my throat out. But the referee's doing a great job. I tell you what, I like this referee. I do. 1-0 at half time. I'm going to do a mix here. This is Crush and Pepsi. If I get this right, I'll be a world champion. Maybe not. Move that out of the way. 2 seconds. Get a drip tray, just in case I make a mess. Live on camera. Doing pretty good so far. How about that? The great pour. The great pour. If you ever want a nice summer drink, mix a Pepsi and an orange crush. It turns into a mud-looking colour, but it's really good. Well done, Steve. Did good. The drip tray worked fantastic. Not a spilt drop. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Not a drop spilt. Keep you there. Cabby's not been in the house yet so far. There we go. It's like a brownie colour. Oh, yeah. It's tangy. Oh, lovely. Woo! Okay, let's get back in the show. I'm so glad to be back to watching Wrexham, people. I tell you, it is so nice. It really is. It's just, oh, lovely. Can't say enough. I really can't. Can't say enough. Thanks, Crystal, for the heads up. A game without Gianni at last, says Blaze. Absolutely. Man United again. Harry Maguire with the ball. The years we've seen Maguire at United. And they made a few changes at the back. Shaw not coming out. Where are United going to finish this season, really? Pre-season is not really what you're going to say what's going to happen on the season, but who cares about United? We care about Wrexham. Just an observation. All in black. I wonder how well the black shirt's going to sell. I think it'll do pretty good. I think it'll sell well. It's slowly growing on me, but I've got that beautiful black Miners shirt, and to replace that, it's going to take something really special. Both those Miners shirts behind me. To replace those shirts off the wall, it's going to take something special. They've been there a while, you know that. But it'll take something special. Arthur with the ball. Sorry, it's Danny with the ball. I thought he looked a little bit pale from the far distance here. DW's in the net. Literally our number one, Danny Ward. I'm going to stick to that. I think he needs to be our number one for the season, starting off. Start as you finished and as you mean to progress. I think with Danny in the net, he plays the safe system. He's an experienced keeper. That experience is something that Arthur still needs to pick up. Kiefer Moore's on there. Nice to see Kiefer getting back out. I'm a big Kiefer Moore fan, but I'm thinking he needs some help as well. And one of the things we really desperately need at Wrexham is a creative playmaker. Matty James, the legs. Listen, I've called Matty James the general for a long time. You guys have heard it. But Matty's legs are getting long. We need a midfield general and a young guy. 26 outside, maybe 24 to 25. But we need a playmaker. We need creativity. Leonardo Baraviera says the peak of corruption was Trump's intervention. Yes. Don B. Trainer, great to be back. My first full season following Wrexham coming up. Thanks for bringing me matches. Hey, welcome, Don. Welcome in, my friend. I'm looking forward to this so badly. And I tell you what, on a funny note, but on a realistic point, watching the World Cup has made me realise how important Wrexham is to me. It really does. It also shows me what a great job the EFL job is that they're doing to keep our game and our sport the way it is. So, literally, I didn't think I'd be saying this 6 weeks ago. But since watching the World Cup, it's made me literally watch Wrexham and know that I can't get any better. It can't get any better than this. And that the World Cup that's supposed to show me the greatest sporting event in football ever, literally this time around, showed me the biggest debacle of a World Cup ever in my lifetime. And I've seen a lot of World Cups, and this was the debacle of World Cups ever. So I appreciate watching Wrexham more now, and I never took it for granted ever, but it makes me realise how important and how good we've got it. Ryan Barnett with the throw. A man we haven't seen a lot of, Ryan. He's still with the squad. But when we look to add to this squad, get ready to see people leave. We've got to bring in 4 or 5. There's no space. So if Phil wants to bring in, he's got to release players too. 51 minutes gone. Great to be back, says Don B. Trainer. Thank you, Don. That's awesome to hear, my friend. Thank you so much. Massacred the beautiful game. Yes, they did. They did. They massacred the beautiful game. Ball inside now, picking up. Wrexham still in front. Needs to go left side. One more station. He doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. We needed to go one more station on the wide side, going down the left wing, but it doesn't get there. Again, 52 minutes in, early in the second half. Wrexham shaping up very well, taking the game very serious. Man United somewhat lethargic and lazy. That sometimes they haven't even really forced the issue to run for the ball. A goal down against Wrexham, hopefully they'll start to feel embarrassed and need to get in the match. East to west it goes. East to west it goes. Where it ends, nobody knows. Not even the Man United players. East to west it goes. East to west it goes. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. And tick, tock some more. Clock is ticking. And it's ticking fast. Excuse me. Excuse me. Nanda Kaya Vijaya, hello sir, hello to you, hello to you. Where are you from? Let us know where you're from. It's always nice to know where someone's from. Wonderful name, my friend. Nanda Kaya Vijaya. Where are you from, sir? Let us know. Be lovely. Got to blow the trumpet again. Got to do it. Dominic Hyam with the ball again. No name on the back of the shirts. I'd love that to be a reality, but commentators wouldn't. They'd be lost in space. Nice play by Ryan. A little bit of skill there on the ball. Passes it back. Going to do the safety long down the line. Free kick coming up. Easy, easy free kick. No problem there. Harry Ashworth on the field. Leonardo says, hey, Nanda. CPM. The top 5 clubs rule the Premiership. The only interesting aspect was if Bournemouth qualified for Europe. We, Liverpool, now have their great coach now. I think they could go back to bottom of the Prem. Hey, it could happen. It could happen. Great season for Bournemouth last year, but they could go down. Not down relegated, but down in the standings for sure. In fact, I fully expect them to. And I think he got something there. I really do. And CPM, just as you know, I grew up as a kid watching Liverpool literally dominate European football in the 70s. I grew up watching Nottingham Forest and Brian Clough. That's why I've got such a lot of love for Brian Clough. A lot of respect for Paisley and Shanks. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Bournemouth, back to that point, I expect them mid-table at the best. Wrexham winning the ball up high now, bringing it forward, charging. Ball comes to the right, needs to come one more. Comes one more, doesn't keep it under control. And the pressure's too much and it spurns out, but Wrexham's still in possession. Dobson hodling around doing his thing now. He's walking. Got to get rid of Dobson. We got to offload him. We might not get anything for him, but what he offers right now, take a look in this game. You're seeing exactly what he did in the league. Nothing personal. I just want the best players for this club, period. Remember, I say don't fall in love with the players. Stay falling in love with your club. That's why you're here, is the club. It may be the personalities around the periphery that make it better for you, and they should do. But stay in love with your club. That's what you love, is your club. The players come and go. It's always fun to see new faces. Wrexham playing a great game here, I'll tell you. Making Man United do all the work. Ball comes all the way to the left side, to the right side now. Danny Ward passing it off. Dominic, number 5. Again on the wide side. I always like Dominic in the middle. Barnett offers himself. Ball back in the easy situation. Nice interchange. Keeping it down low, but keeping United at bay. United got a 4-man front line. 2 in the middle, 4 at the back, which will switch to 4-3-3. 4-2-4 into a 4-3-3. Ball down the right side. Not going to make it. And free puck shows in the house. Joe, how you doing? And we need a right wing back ASAP. You know, Max is the slot for that. And I think a backup right wing back is exactly what we need for him. Harry taking a bit of a tumble. Welcome to the world of football, Harry. That's a lovely one. That's a lovely one. CPM 1975. As Wrexham come down the left side. Free kick referee. No free kick. United. Spin, turn, going back the other way. Down the line. On the right wing. Up to halfway. Doesn't go any further. Wrexham say take a throw in. Carrick looking on, not too perplexed by the situation. But I've seen the same players on this bench for too long. A multitude of Arsenal rejects on that bench as well. I don't think for a second of the day that this Man United team will be doing too much this season. Again, there are still players to come in. Excuse me. CPM says Wrexham is still the best story in lower leagues and watch a lot of teams to spot talent. Wrexham is still the best story in the low leagues and watch a lot of teams to spot talent. Absolutely. And we are still the biggest target as well, remember? Everybody wants to beat Wrexham. We are the biggest target in the Championship. You could argue that West Ham and the likes of are too. I'm looking at a few of the United players, and they've got their socks slashed at the front. For the love of socks, and for the love of looking professional, they need to sort that out because, I mean, listen. I wear socks, you wear socks. But can the manufacturers not make wider calves on the socks? Is that not the point? Nice interception one more time. Wrexham staying busy, staying clever, using the ball, passing it off into no pressure zones. Man United looking somewhat dormant in and around United, but in and around Wrexham, sorry. But it can take seconds to get that goal. Kevin Babs, one thing I love about the EFL is that they keep things fair and are quick to take action against teams that break the rules and the regulations. Unlike the EPL, Man City, for example. Yes, 100%. You could also argue as well Leicester were treated very soft-gloved, whereas Sheffield were battered by points last year for indiscretions. Double standards, you might say. I think double standards, absolutely. Limpets, good point on Bournemouth. Sunderland had a fantastic first season back in the Prem. Yep. There you go. Now here comes in some great banter from Kevin Babs, Sheffield Wednesday fan. He says, we'll take Dobson off your hands. He's a good League One player. I say 100%. We took Kadamatri from Sheffield Wednesday and Windass. Let's send someone back. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. United coming down the right wing with speed. It stops violently. It must be some kind of academy thing with these Man United kids. They've all got the socks slashed at the front. Never seen anything like it. Hilarious. Ball down to the left side now. Trying something new. The other way to look at this as well is take a look at the crowd in the building. Okay? Not a bad crowd. Not a bad crowd at all. But take a look at the crowd. I argue that if, say, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern München, probably Manchester City, maybe Liverpool, I argue that the crowd would probably be close to sellouts. What I'm saying is that Manchester United is not the draw they once were, and it shows everywhere they go. Even in the US tour, you're going to see bigger crowds for other clubs. Mark my words. So Man United is not the big draw they once were. I'd also argue that Wrexham's as big a draw as Man United right now for this match here in Finland. Wrexham's a total positive story. Always going well. 63 minutes gone. Last match out was a 0-0 or a 0-0 against Wisla Krakow in Poland. Dobson's down. Yellow card. Coming up. Limpet says, sell Dobbo to an MLS team that will be willing to overpay. See Emmanuel Lath being brought from Middlesbrough last season, providing a total of 9 goals across 1.5 seasons. Yeah. Not the best, eh? Look at the socks. All of them. All these kids have their socks slashed at the front. That's got to be some little quirk from somebody in the academy. And it looks really stupid. I'm sorry, but it does. If you've got to destroy your equipment to get it to work. You have no equipment. Lynn says, 22 million for that little production when you let a homegrown striker go and he produces 12 goals in the same time period. Yes. Yes. Again, Wrexham coming up with the ball. Looking like the only team really on the field. And I tell you, looking like the only team really interested. Lovely through ball. Keep running, son. Keep running. Put it away. Put it away. Good save by Heaton. Should have been 2-0. Shoots early. Under panic. It should be 2-0. Ball into the box. Nothing for Keither. Wrexham coming up with the second ball, but losing the third ball. And there possibly could be a foul, maybe a yellow card. Emra, the referee, says no. Carry on. Harry putting his weight around. Nandakaya Wihaya says, hello, sir. Nandakaya Wihaya, do you going live World Cup final? Yes. Yes. Live for the World Cup final. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lovely through ball there. It's a shame he doesn't go with more speed. Gets the shots off. But straight at the keeper. What is it with people that shoot straight at goalkeepers? Get it wide. 66 minutes gone. This will not send an earthquake around the world, but it will raise eyebrows. And you're going to see Man United start picking up the tempo in the last 20. They don't want to lose. Not against a championship team, not for anything. Even though they've got academy players on the field at the moment, that doesn't change the fact you're playing for Man United. And you should not be losing to a championship team or looking this bad. Literally out of ideas, this bunch in red. Out of ideas. Generic plays, and they're coming up against a team that's confident, knows each other, knows where to be, knows who's on the ball, and knows where to put it. Lovely little piece of skill by Ryan, stripping 2 Premier League players and leaving them for dead. Wrexham's the only team on the park. Arrogantly sounds like it, but I'm being honest. That United team is a team of individuals. And there's no wonder that they don't do anything like entertain their fans at Old Trafford like they used to years ago. The one thing Man United always did was entertain with offensive, attacking football. This lot, that's not Man United. But yes, Nanda Kaya Wiyaya, I am doing the World Cup, my friend. Come on back for more. Notice the English national team had a fair number of players with their socks slashed in the back mid-calf. Yeah. It's like literally, if you've got to destroy equipment, you have no equipment. And what does it look like? It looks terrible. It doesn't look like professionals. It looks Bush League. It really does. And they're all doing it like parrot fashion, crazy little monkeys. Yeah, monkey see, monkey do. They're all doing it. Dominic Iam on the ball. Going backwards. Wrexham in the possession game. Maybe England wants to take the video from this match on how to pass the ball in possession and move up the field instead of be squished for 30 minutes on your back line. Substitution coming up. Excuse me. And again, Windass, Clewith, both stayed at home. Slight little knocks, nothing serious. But both staying at home. Like for like change by Wrexham. Like I say, Phil's taken academy players out for this one today. Great experience for the young'uns. But again, Wrexham playing a fine match. Very clever. Straightforward. Not rushing the motion. Keeping it safe. Lucky foul, lucky foul, lucky foul. If you're going to go down like that, my life. Don't let the wind hit you. Don't let the wind hit you. It'll blow you off your ass. Nice to see Man United panicking under Wrexham pressure. CPM says there were great times for football back then. The only bad memories were from King Kenny's, my great uncle's favourite player, betrayal. Players come and go. Always love your team and the badge. Always love your team and the badge. Daniel Svigoki at work near Bonneville, Alberta, a place I've been. Bonneville, name of a great motor vehicle as well. Absolutely. We go back in time. Oh, yes. And Daniel is from St. Paul. Heartthrob of the galaxy, St. Paul. He's now in Bonneville, working. Have a good day at work, son. Oh, yeah. Operating heavy oil wells and listening to the show in the background. We'll be following Wrexham this coming season, thanks to you. Way to go, Daniel. Way to go, Daniel. Hey, and the World Cup was a good World Cup for Canada. We put a marker in there. We reached the round of 16. Got to do better next time. That'll be tough. We've set the bar high. But yes, thank you, Daniel. Be safe at work, mate, and big up to everybody on the well. Be safe. Don't lose any digits. Think what you're doing. You got to get home safe, guys and girls. Lovely ticks at Töölö United on the edge of the box. Wrexham one more time saying no, not going to happen. Kiefer now on the line, all on his own. Holds up the play beautifully. Ryan Barnett. Back to Dominic. Ball going from left to right, from right to left, very easily at the moment with Wrexham. Nice possession play, and I'd like to see this possession play this season in the Championship. That's exactly what we need. The one thing we didn't do well last season under pressure was keep the ball. Now, I want you to watch George Dobson for a couple of seconds. He's in the middle of the pitch right now. He's offering nothing. He's not in the match. He's blind to everybody. He's in his own little pocket. He's blind again. He can't be found. He's blind again. He can't be found. He's running into places where he's not going to get found. He's doing nothing. He did that all season last year. If you want to critique someone, watch George Dobson's game. He's doing nothing. He thinks he is, but he's not. He's taking a timeout. He's hiding. He's off the mark. If he was on his game as a CDM, he'd be so close to that ball all the time, it wouldn't be funny. But he's not. And I know this is only a friendly match, but these little signs are what George brought all season long. Look, he's just jogging out, not getting shirt tight, not touch tight. Now he's walking. He's in the middle, right on the edge of the box, just walking around, marking nobody. He's 10 yards away from his nearest guy. Doesn't see the guy coming in, doesn't win that ball. So when you're starting to look at how we can make the midfield stronger, and a few of you guys have said a situation that you're not happy with Dobson, well, I just gave you a little 2-minute cameo of what he's not doing and what he is doing. And he's not doing a hell of a lot. And that is on the back of his fitness. Ball through, getting there, comes inside, a lovely little layoff, crosses in, good cross, back post, well taken by Heaton. Bread and butter for Heaton all day long, that. Nice little take from Heaton. Got 32 degrees outside my back window right now. 32 degrees. It's really hot. Free Pug So, Joe says, Parky seems to like Dobson. I think he does. Sadly. 75 minutes gone. But Parky seems to like Dobson. I think he does. But eventually he's going to have to find someone else to like. Again, Dobson's running over, pointing where to pass the ball, but don't pass to him. I am with you. I'm still with you. I'm just looking for stuff or looking at stuff. Williams out of play. Close call for United. Close call for Wrexham. But it is still what it is. Boots are flying. Tough tackling. Wrexham coming up with the ball. No foul, says the referee. Carry on. Referee's done a great job. Mr. Emra. He's done a great job. Ollie Rathbone throwing his weight around. Wanted the foul, doesn't get it. Goes back in and makes a foul. Superstar on the floor doing his boots. Phil just giving Kiefer Moore some instruction. .77 minutes gone. Wrexham 1. Man United 0 here in Töölö, Finland, Suomi. In comes the soccer cat. Here he is. Hello, buddy. How you doing? You doing okay? Yeah, in you go. You're good. We're winning 1-0. You're just getting out of the grass? Yeah? We're winning 1-0, buddy. There you go. I've got some stuff in there for you. There you go. Just 1 second. Got to give him some cabs. Here, 1. What's your second cabbie? Get you some good stuff in here. There you go, buddy. You're in the house. Cabbie's in the house and he's got some treats. 12 minutes to go. Everything's good. But again, I've got to say, this referee's done a fine job. He really has. And I'm going to say this referee, Mr. Emra, the best referee of the World Cup so far. This referee is putting to shame all the cheating referees at the World Cup. And I don't say it lightly, and I don't say it just to complain. I'm saying it factually. I've never seen so many referees cheat the game and not award fouls ever in my life. And it wasn't by referees' design. They were made to change their calls. Referees were not free to administer the game as they normally would be, like this guy. There's too much pressure put on the referees, too much doctrination put on the referees. And quite frankly, we saw the most corrupt World Cup officializing I think I've ever seen in my life. Therefore, I'm done with the World Cup. After the World Cup final, I won't ever watch it again. Done. I'd advise other people to be hardline like me and show FIFA how we feel. Unless you boycott, they will keep abusing you. Free Pug Show. My complaints about Dobson is he's always passes back. He can't push it forward and he gets so many late penalties just outside our box. More reasons to let him go. Then again, Kevin says he wants to take him on at Sheffield Wednesday. League One, he'd be fine. That's his station. He's a top-end League One player struggling in the Championship, okay? That's what I see. Man United now, through the middle, coming with speed. Shot coming in, and nicely taken. Nicely taken, Danny on the spot. Arthur didn't have too much to do in the first. Danny's getting a run out. Wrexham playing with fire in their own back line. Is it me? Or does that crowd look like it's getting bigger? Ball over the top. Beautiful header. Wrexham still in possession. $10 to go, roughly, plus added time. An absolute joy to watch Wrexham, I'm telling you. I've been waiting for this moment since the end of the season. And like I say, due to watching the World Cup, makes me realise what we've got watching Wrexham. I tell you that. I tell you that. Absolutely beautiful. Max Evans, Brisbane, how you doing, son? Good morning. Just woke up. How are we going? We're doing good. We've literally, you won't believe this, Max, I'm telling you, we've literally had most of the possession, looked like the only team in the match. Man United with all their superstars, disjointed individuals, they haven't done a damn thing, really. They can still tie this up, no doubt about it. Ryan gets that cross in far post open. Take the volley, son. Take the volley. Take the volley. But we've literally answered the call against United. Dominic now on the ball, number 5. Onto the wing play. Ryan now taking on 2 Man United forwards. Cross in. That's a beautiful cross. That's what we've been missing from Ryan Barnett. Those crosses. Kiefer Moore gets on the end of that. It's definitely 2-0. And it's getting scrappy. In goes Harry with the boots. No nonsense on Santos. Yes. But we're doing well. We're doing well, Max. Literally. It's been a decent performance. Really. It's been a good run out. Everybody's played their part. The only thing that we've literally critiqued is George Dobson. And how we like to see someone else in that role. But a great game, really. And they're playing in Suomi, Finland. Töölö, Finland. Cross coming in. Danger. Danger averted. And that's what your keeper comes out for. Well done, Danny. Wanted the free kick. Hello, buddy. Hello, my boy. You want to get some more? Yeah. Here we go. Got some good stuff for you. Yep. There you go, Cabster. He's such a good little guy. He's such a good little guy. After this, you'll all be able to relax like a normal weekend when we're watching Wrexham. Absolutely. Absolutely. Corner coming in. Over the top. Back post. Danger. Going all the way through. Got that one a little bit wrong there. Carrick came with his plan of a mixed bunch, and it's not coming off. Decent run out for young kids, no doubt about it, from United's team. However, Carrick's the one who needs to put out a winning formation. You would expect a team of United's quality, stature, to have offered more than they have today. I think that bespeaks where this club is and still remains. And I'd tell you now, put money on it, that United do not win a Champions League place this season. Okay? Hey, Cabs. Hello, Bobby. How you doing, little man? How you doing, little man? You okay? Yeah, you lie down. There you go. I'll move that out your way. There you go. You stay there. There you go. You're a good boy. Yes. You okay, buddy? Cats don't like their paws being touched, but this guy lets me touch his toes. That's how tame he is. Yes. He's a good little guy. His little fingers. You okay, buddy? He's so funny. He's our Wrexham cat. Cabby. United on the ball. Backlines. 5 minutes to go. Can they conjure something up to literally appease Man United fans around the world? Because Man United fans will look at this and go, wow, we lost again. Glory, glory, Man United. It's not glory, glory any longer, is it, hey? Where are the glory days gone? They're in the rear view mirror. Mismanaged to the hilt. If you look at Wrexham, managed perfectly in the last 5 years. Makes you wonder how a team of Wrexham's stature from National League 5 years ago, and Man United being the big club that they are, all through, how that they've been so mismanaged for so many years is crazy. Absolutely crazy. It is crazy. 86 minutes gone. Time is kicking on. Night Frequency says, who would have predicted this against Man United before the takeover? Right? Really? Who? Nobody. Ball down the left wing, well taken. Ollie Rathbone sprinting. Wrexham want the second goal. Coming inside. Back to the wing. Cross coming in. Going all the way through. Ryan Barnett takes it down. Takes a touch. Comes outside. Should have gone inside. But Ryan's got the feet to bring it back. Took a touch. Should be a corner. Not a corner. Goal kick. I don't know if you can see him, but Cabby is literally... Oh, I'll tell you, if we had the other camera working, I could show you. Is the other camera working yet? Let's have a look. No, hold on. We'll have to warm that up later. Still on the right page. We'll get that off just a second. Good stuff. We are on the right page. Just making sure. I tried to change it, but it didn't want to change. Back into the match. Coming down to it now. 2 minutes plus, and these United players have been in a little bit of a game. But Man United does not look like a Man United team to me. Another throw-in coming up. Should be Wrexham. Referee doesn't get it right, but hey, forgive him. He's done well so far. And I do say that this crowd has got bigger as the match has gone further along. Maybe people turned up late. Max Evans says, that looks like a big cat. Thanks for your summary. I can't touch my toes. Really? Steve Romero says, hey, sir, this is Jonathan. Steve, do you recall me by chance? Yes, I do. With a name like Romero, I can't forget it. How was your stay in Vancouver? It was great, man. It was great. Really was. It was top draw. Toronto was good as well. Ball over the top. He's not making that unless he's a gazelle from Africa. He's not making that. Again, coming down to the wire. And don't forget, all through the season, we're going to be here again every single match for Wrexham. I've already got the Middlesbrough match lined up, ready to go. Okay, Middlesbrough in the Caribou Cup, August 7th, Friday night. Yes, a Friday night match. Get ready for that one. Already got that one. Cardiff, first game of the season. We've still got 3 more friendly matches coming off in the States. Oh, yeah. Leeds United, one of them. Sunderland. Liverpool. 3 big games coming up in the States. Then after that, we go straight into the season. Cardiff away. First match. Middlesbrough. Caribou Cup. It's going to be interesting. And from now till then, which is not a lot of time, let's face it, it's the 18th of July. Season's a couple of weeks away. And you're thinking about buying players? Better bring them in sooner than later. Sooner than later. Steve Romero, I'm ready to go to the West. Haha. There you go. There you go. There you go. Way to go, Steve. Again, United with the ball on the edge of the box, looking to finally tie this up if they can get something going. Wrexham, stout defending. Right across the board. Ball coming in, lovely cross, back post. Well defended. That had something written on it. Again, United still with the ball. 1 minute extra time. And we've had 32 seconds already. It's coming down to the wire. Can United get a goal in the final seconds? Or do Wrexham from North Wales take out the big EPL team? And when we say big, they're not that big, but they're decent. Cross coming in one more time. Beautiful cross. Defended on the edge of the box. Does the shot come in? No, it doesn't. Takes a touch, passes off. You okay, Cabster? He's got to clean that toe. Shot coming in. We give them go. Scrappy, scrappy, scrappy. Goes down. And it's waved down. Waved down. Advantage given. Ball going out for the throw. Hello, Cabster. There's nothing there, buddy. Yeah, you're okay. He's going to lie down. There you go. Good guy. Game over. There we go. 1-0 and United take the lead. Okay. Predominantly in the second half, a lot of academy guys on that team. They never got into the match. Ever. Ever. And United walking away with a loss on the day. Wrexham on the day 1-0. Limpets up the town go to the war. Yes. Stephen, I'm ready to go to the West. Yes, absolutely. Can't give you too many stats on the day, guys, because there's not many stats there at all. It's hard to pick up anything on this match. The point is that we've got the live feed and we're here together. That's the important factor. But on the day, a decent run out. Nobody pushed too hard. No injuries. A 4-match win. 1-0 on the day. Referees and linesmen did a great job. Maybe FIFA needs to go and speak to these guys in yellow on how you officialise a football match correctly, because the referee and linesman, it was a joy. It was an absolute joy. No VAR, no corruption breaks. It was a joy. Absolute joy. Give me a second. I'm just going to turn the box. Just a second. I'll be right back. There we go, Capstan. Thanks, guys. I just had to go and do one of the bouncers just to keep us online. There was something flickering and it looked like we were going offline. So I just did another score on the scores. United fans saying hi to their team, per se, on the day. Young fans, young United fans. That looks like a load of family that's travelled with United, and some United fans in the crowd, Wrexham fans as well. But on the day, decent turnout for Phil and the guys. Wasn't guaranteed that we were going to get a decent result, but we did. The performance, that's the most pleasing thing about this game, was the performance. Decent performance by everybody. Even Cabby was into the game, weren't you, buddy? Decent performance. He's nodding. He's like, yes, it was. It was. Decent performance. Limpets, thanks for the show, Stevie. As always, appreciate the banter. Absolutely, Lynn. Absolutely. Free Pug Show, Wrexham, Wrexham, Wrexham. Night Frequency, Podcast, Wrexham. Limpets, up the town. Got the win. Yes, we did. And Vitek, the keeper there, in the green shirt. Do you remember who Vitek is? Wrexham fans, do you remember who Vitek is? That's the keeper that destroyed Paul Mulling in the challenge a couple of years ago. Just so as you know. But Man United fans in the crowd will be disappointed. And United fans in the crowd in the main, walking around. But this is not the team that they would have come to see. These are a bunch of academy players at the end of the match, walking around. And the big players left the scene. I wonder why. But there you go. Not to be fooled, that was not your number one Man United team. Not Wrexham's number one team. But on the day, Wrexham take the win. Get the W. Kevin Babbs, the Dragon tamed the devil. They did beautifully, didn't they? Eh? The Dragon tamed the devil. Phil Parkinson on screen. Enjoying the day. Taking it in his stride. Another learning curve for Wrexham and the players to take the pressure, go against a big team no matter what. You're going against the name. Wrexham's playing Man United. Manchester United. You're going against that name. Just saying. It's a big experience for the young kids for Wrexham as well as experienced players. Just saying. But Man United, to me, a team that they need to bring in some major quality to change that. Big time. Fast. Limpets, thanks for the show, Steve. As always, appreciate the banter. Kevin Babbs, the Dragon, tamed the devil. They totally did. They totally did. Well, with no stats available to me, there's not much I can tell you. But what I can tell you is this. There's 3 more games, pre-season matches, I should say, coming along for Wrexham in the US. We're looking to get the links, okay? You can't, in North America, apparently we cannot go through the Wrexham website for the next 3 matches as we did with this one. So I'm now going to look to see to get the games. But the season's locked in on 2 different frequencies, 2 different channels. So all the games are coming. But like I say, the next 3 matches, Leeds United, Sunderland, Liverpool in the US, those matches I've still got to nail down with links. I will. It's going to take some time. And it's going to come through the Wrexham website. So if you want to look for more matches, stay with the Wrexham sites and pick up the feeds. Michael Carrick walking off the field there. Matty James shaking Carrick's hand. Carrick leaving. And that is that. And that is that. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, guys. Get ready for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Live shows coming. But on the day, Man United taken out by Wrexham. 1-0. Sammy Smith. Nice goal at the back post. Tom Heaton, the keeper at the time, not too happy. But that is that. And like I say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live shows will be starting up as we get close to the season. Lots of Wrexham news, lots of football news, lots of social media news in there too. We'll spice it up and make it interesting. And then weekends and midweek, we've got the games too. Also adding this, we're going to add EPL matches as well. We're adding Champions League through the season. We're adding Europa League when we want to see it with big games. We're going to cherry pick the big matches too. So there's going to be plenty of Wrexham. You're going to have plenty of Champions League. You're going to have plenty of Europa League. International matches in between as well. But I'm not holding my breath for international matches at all. See, the World Cup just finished. The Euros is 2 years away. I'm just going to enjoy myself with league football, Champions League, Europa League, Cup finals, Caribou Cup finals coming. Don't forget, Middlesbrough, Wrexham, August 7th. Come back here. We've got that match for you. But all through the season, more Wrexham, Wrexham, Wrexham. Limpets, thanks for the show, Stevie. As always, appreciate the banter. Brilliant. Guys, that's all we've got time for. Cabby's having a big snooze. He's out for the lights. He's not getting up. He's just chilling there. He's enjoying the commentary. I hope you did too. I hope you did too. I'm going to make sure we switch this down. But again, lovely stadium. Nice place to be. Going to get rid of that. Back into the chat. Shutting this down. Next one coming up is the World Cup final tomorrow. Spain taking on them. They. The guys that like to throw banners up at the end of the match, claiming Los Malvinas son Argentinos. No, the Argentine nation does not own the Falkland Islands. Quick history lesson before we leave. 1816 from 1811, Spain relinquished the rights to Argentina, gave them their independence, because Spain was having battles and wars that they needed to address. They went home to address those wars. Once they left, Spain never bequeathed anything to Argentina at all. Okay? That was 1810, 1811 to 1816. 1816, the brigade, 5-ship brigada, came into the Falklands from Argentina. That was quickly snuffed out by British back in the day. They were not pleased by it and literally said, get off the islands, it's not yours. It happened, they got off. 1863 was when Argentina first, literally as a nation with all its provinces, states per se, came together as a nation and first formed their legal coalition as a nation of Argentina. That was 1863. Britain has been administrating the Falkland Islands since the 1700s. So you can see the timeline is all very wrong for the Argentinians. The second thing is, when Spain gave Argentina its independence, they never said anything about, hey, by the way, the Falkland Islands, over 1,000 k's offshore, yeah, they're yours. They never bequeath them. There is no actual contract. There is no actual constitutional contract that shows that Argentina owns the Falkland Islands. There is, however, paperwork and constitutional paperwork that shows Britain does. So when those players put those banners up, they were literally exposing their lack of knowledge, lack of education, and lack of knowledge of their own history. It's the worst thing I've ever seen at the end of a football match, because that's not supposed to be what happens. So just so everybody's got it straight, Argentina do not own those islands at all. Never did, never will. They don't even raise the injunction in international law. That'll tell you how much they own. Nothing. Zero. Close your eyes, Argentina. That's what you own on the Falkland Islands. There is no Los Malvinas for you guys. You don't own them. It's not in your constitution. It was never bequeathed to you. There is no law, legality, contract. And the International Court of Law has never, ever received an injunction from Argentina for that purpose. I hope that clears it up for a lot of people. I know my history. Obviously, the Argies don't. Get ready for the final tomorrow. There's 2 teams going for it. Spain's one of them. The Argies are the other. Spain, 1 goal conceded all World Cup. It's going to be interesting. I'm very much looking forward to the World Cup final. Absolutely. Because it's possibly the last World Cup final I ever watch. And you can thank yourself, Infantino, for all the corruption, all the stealing, all the theft, all the rigged decisions with VAR. I don't like dishonesty. You're ruining the beautiful game, because it is no longer beautiful around FIFA. It is beautiful around Wrexham and the championship. Stay there. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow for the World Cup final. But for everybody digging it in tonight, this morning, and out there, and let's put it this way, Daniel on the oil well and everybody out there, keep working hard, keep making the money, the moolah, but make sure you're safe. And make sure you all get home safe. I'm telling you now, get home safe. Be safe everywhere you go around that well. I know what I'm talking about. Lynn Pitts, see you tomorrow, Stevie. Absolutely, Lynn. Absolutely, absolutely. Night Frequency podcast just popped onto a Man United fan stream. Their fans are very, very butthurt over this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Night Frequency podcast. See you next time, Stevie. Thanks for your streams. As always, thank you, brother. Max, thank you for the show. Thank you, Max. Keep living it down in Brisbane, my son. And everybody, join me tomorrow. And Cabby. Cabby's going to be here. And we'll have that camera working. You'll be able to see I've got 2 flags draped around the World Cup. One's a beautiful Spanish flag, and the other one is a blue and white rag. There's the sentiments. You throw mud, I throw rocks. Get in your face. In your face, you argies. Back at it tomorrow. Come join us tomorrow. We'll have more laughs. And for the last time ever, I will be administering myself to go through corruption breaks and all the rest of the FIFA hypocrisy, the theft from the fans, the overpricing of everything. Never should there ever be a World Cup like that again. They are a disgrace. When you consider what we just watched and how we watched it and how simple it was, FIFA are miles, light years away from where it should be. Thank you, everybody. Come back tomorrow for the World Cup final.